Representative Jasmine Crockett's appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert sparked intense discussion across media platforms, fueled by her unapologetic critique of President Donald Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, and its leader, Elon Musk. Crockett, a Democratic congresswoman from Texas, used her platform to call out what she described as a scam designed to benefit Musk rather than streamline government operations. Her fiery demeanor and sharp rhetoric captivated the audience, blending humor with pointed political jabs. As she sat across from Colbert, she didn't shy away from addressing the controversial task force, emphasizing its lack of transparency and questionable motives. "This was never about government efficiency," she declared, her voice steady but laced with indignation, as she argued that the initiative was a thinly veiled attempt to funnel public resources toward private interests. The audience responded with enthusiastic applause, signaling their approval of her bold stance. Crockett's critique extended beyond policy, delving into her broader frustrations with the current political landscape. She highlighted her role on the House Oversight Committee, where she has consistently challenged Republican-led narratives, including those pushed by figures like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Her ability to distill complex political issues into digestible sound bites was on full display, as she quipped about keeping her messaging simple to ensure it resonated with the wide audience, including those she was critiquing. This approach, she explained, was strategically designed to cut through the noise of political spin and reach voters directly. Her exchange with Colbert was peppered with moments of levity, as she playfully mocked Trump's communication style, earning laughs while reinforcing her point that clarity in messaging is critical in today's polarized climate. The conversation took a particularly heated turn when Colbert pressed her on the specifics of her scam accusation. Crockett leaned in, her tone sharp but controlled, as she laid out her case. DOGE, she argued, was less about cutting bureaucratic fat and more about consolidating power for Musk and his allies. She pointed to the lack of congressional oversight and the task force's unelected status as evidence of its undemocratic nature. Her willingness to confront powerful figures head-on resonated with viewers, many of whom took to social media to praise her fearlessness. Posts on X captured the sentiment, with one user describing her as nailing it for her ability to articulate what many felt but struggled to express. Yet, not all reactions were positive. Some critics accused her of grandstanding, arguing her confrontational style risked alienating potential allies. As the segment progressed, Crockett's passion for her constituents shone through, grounding her critique in a commitment to public service. She spoke of the distractions she believes initiatives like DOGE create, pulling attention away from pressing issues like economic inequality and healthcare access. Her ability to pivot from humor to hard-hitting analysis kept the audience engaged, and Colbert's reactions, part bemused, part admiring, underscored the impact of her presence. By the end of the interview, Crockett had cemented her reputation as a rising star in the Democratic Party, unafraid to challenge the status quo. The exchange, while intense, was a masterclass in blending substance with style, leaving viewers with plenty to discuss long after the show ended. 2. The narrative surrounding Jasmine Crockett's appearance on The Late Show took on a life of its own, amplified by a viral X post claiming she was kicked off the show after a heated clash. This claim, posted by user @TroySalame, stirred significant buzz, but a closer look reveals it to be an exaggeration, if not outright misinformation. No credible reports confirm Crockett was removed from the set. Instead, her segment was a planned, albeit fiery, exchange that fit the show's format of blending political discourse with entertainment. The post, which linked to a now-deleted or inaccessible source, highlights the speed at which unverified claims can spread online, shaping public perception before facts catch up. Crockett's team has not publicly addressed the rumor, but her supporters were quick to counter it, pointing to the full segment available on CBS's official channels as evidence of a standard interview. This incident underscores the broader challenges Crockett faces as a vocal black woman in politics, where her assertiveness is often weaponized or misconstrued. Her appearance was not just a critique of DOGE but a reflection of her broader political strategy, unapologetic, direct, and rooted in a commitment to calling out perceived injustices. She referenced her past confrontations, including her viral clapback at Marjorie Taylor Greene during a congressional hearing, where she coined the phrase bleach blonde, bad built, butch body in response to a personal attack. That moment, much like her Colbert appearance, showcased her ability to use sharp rhetoric to reclaim narratives and redirect focus to substantive issues. On The Late Show, she applied a similar tactic, using humor to disarm while delivering pointed critiques of Trump and Musk's influence. The misinformation about her being kicked off also points to a polarized media environment where sensational headlines thrive. Some ex-users, like @Capaction, celebrated her performance, calling it fire and praising her for nailing it. Others, like @Yelborough, expressed disappointment, suggesting she lacked the teeth needed to fully challenge the establishment. These contrasting reactions reflect the tightrope Crockett walks as a progressive figure expected to be both a fierce advocate and a unifying voice. Her Colbert appearance, far from being a clash that led to her removal, was a deliberate effort to highlight the stakes of the current political moment, particularly around issues of governance and accountability. She emphasized that distractions like DOJ hearings divert attention from real issues, a point she drove home with her trademark blend of wit and conviction. By framing her critique in accessible terms, Crockett ensured her message reached beyond the studio audience. Her discussion of DOJ's lack of oversight resonated with viewers skeptical of unchecked power, while her jabs at Trump and Musk kept the tone lively. The segment's viral spread, despite the misleading kicked-off narrative, only amplified her reach, with clips circulating widely on platforms like TikTok and YouTube. Crockett's ability to navigate these spaces of both traditional media and social platforms demonstrates her savvy as a communicator. She left the stage not as a victim of a supposed ejection but as a lawmaker who seized a national platform to challenge powerful interests, all while keeping her audience engaged and entertained. 3. Jasmine Crockett's Late Show appearance must be viewed in the context of her broader political persona, which has been shaped by her willingness to confront powerful figures and challenge dominant narratives. Her critique of DOJ was not a one-off but part of a consistent pattern of calling out what she sees as political theater. During the interview, she referenced a recent House Oversight Committee hearing where she redirected focus from a Republican-led discussion on transgender sports participation to what she called the real issue, the misuse of congressional time for culture war distractions. Her ability to pivot from specific policy critiques to broader systemic issues resonated with viewers who see her as a voice for the frustrated. Her comment about keeping things simple for Trump and Greene wasn't just a job up, it was a strategic choice to make her critique accessible, ensuring it cut through the clutter of political discourse. The claim of a fiery confrontation leading to her being kicked off likely stems from her intense delivery,